straight today, I'll be starting with what we did before, looking at what blogging is. I told you that it's a platform where people can easily share their thoughts and their experience, their feeling, or their opinion. And that is something that tells you that blogging does not have any restriction. That is what is most important. You, from the assignment given to you and what most of you have done, you discover that you are only asked to share your thoughts. And that is why I don't see that assignment as being so serious. Share your thoughts. Who are you? What do you think? How do you think things are? And that is what it is all about. Now, apart from that, you see that we have spoken about the things that are important to blogging. And you said one of the most important things is the idea that you have to, it's a perpetual a personal website, which or a web page, which an individual records opinions. That's still what we keep saying. What are your opinions? Opinions, you cannot judge opinion to be wrong. No, it's either you agree with it or you disagree with it. And either way, you discover that it's still an opinion which you are not expected to start fighting. So anybody who goes along with your opinion is in line with you. And anybody who doesn't go along with your opinion will know that he's not going along. And of course, he or she is facing that challenge. Now we went ahead to talk about some things, and that's in terms of defining what a blog is. A blog, we said, is an online journal or information website that is displaying information in reverse chronological order. And I explained this, that when you post on a blog, the last thing you posted is what will appear on that blog. The moment you post, a blog is like when you put a book over a book. You know, when you put a book, if you have 5 books and you arrange them on the floor, not on the shelf, on the floor, or you place all the 5 in a row on a table. If you buy the 6th one, do you understand? The one that will appear on top, the topmost, is going to be the last one you added, isn't it? That's why we said a blog, it displays information in reverse chronological order. Do you understand? So it is last in, first out. You see that? Last in, first out is what? Everybody, can you type that? That is what we call LIFO. Last in, first out. Type it. Of course, this is a matured class, so I'll be giving you a lot of class assignment to be sure you are going with me. Last in, first out. Can you quickly type that? Last in, first out. Thank you. So now from what you have written, you discover that blog handles things. The last one you posted is what you will come up with first. And that is what a blog does. Now, apart from that, we look at what a blog is. Short term for web blog, weblog, which refers to an online journal. Blogs began as a personal mini site. Then people just record what they used to have. And thank you so much. So, and by the time they discover that it's getting on, and that's the basis for rating you. That's the basis for rating you. If you don't have a blog, if you are not, well, if your blog is not functional, then your rating will be very, very low. Your rating will be very, very low. And that is something that we need to understand. Then we move on to the next thing. We wanted to see what's the difference between a blog and a website. And of course, we all know and we were told that blogs are a type of a website. When you have a blog, it's also a type, a form of a website. The only difference is that blogs have frequently updated content. Now, I'm going to be making some references because in this class, if you check my blog, www.dayoshobuale.com, you discover that I do update it. I had one thing or the other to it. I keep writing, and that's the reason why I have decided to use a blog, because blog has that rating, that online rating, that it updates. What you have written last will be updated or above what you wrote the previous time. And that's something that is important you need to understand. Blogs are flatter than most websites. Blogs organize content in reverse chronological order, where that's the most recent published post appearing first, just as I explained. Reverse order is a lousy way to organize content for great user experience, to promote inbound links, and to secure long-term search engine optimization power. Now, what are we trying to say here? We are still talking about the revised chronological order in which a blog is organized. So when you begin to write, now we have examples of people here. I don't know, I want you to understand the fact that we are all professionals, and what we are doing now is everybody is now picking his professional area. Of course, I have someone here I have about 2-3 people here who already have blogs, and then 2 I've started work on them. The other is just still coming up, you understand? And when I saw one of the things that is so challenging, I'll still be talking about it later. I don't know, I'm going to be having Prof this early. So because what she has done, by the time I checked what she has done in our blog, on our blog, I discovered that in academics in Nigeria, we have a long way to go compared to people that had training outside the country, especially those who were trained in the West, because you discover that they understand these principles and they grow with it. That's why they don't have anything hidden. You know, as I move on, you will get to understand me on and on. I'll be introducing some things to you, and some of us will have to get to know each other better. Importance of blogging. We said it that one of the most effective ways to build brand awareness while providing relevant and useful content to your target audience is through consistent blogging. Now, I will be a bit personal here. Some of you who have been blogging, what is important is consistent blogging. Dr. Mrs. Babalola, I will have to say this to you, ma, that you have to be consistent with blogging. You have to be consistent with blogging. It's something that you have to be consistent with. Also, I also need to say this to Dr. Mrs. Sophia Adeyeye. You have to be consistent with blogging, because blogging, it requires consistent blogging. Prof, ma, I've checked your blog and I discovered that I still need to plead with you, ma, that we want to read more from you. You have, in fact, I don't know what to say, because I told Pastor, I said, the type of participant we are having, Prof, I am not worthy to call you student. The type of participant we are having is bigger than the teacher. That's the truth, because I have checked your profile and I'm so excited that you are part of us here, because I just said it's better you come so that we also learn from some of the things you have done. So I want to know if you are aware of all those things that have been written about you online, because I got everything about you just by the click of your name. And I believe that is where a lot of people are going, we want to get to. On this platform, we have librarians of about 2 universities. We have some PhD holders, about 5 or 6. We have baristas, and of course, we have pastors. So, and we have some successful people in the industrial world. And everyone will also want to learn from you, because by God's grace, God has helped you in your career. So we are so happy to have you in our midst. So blogging is an inexpensive way for small businesses to drive traffic to their site. Now, there are 2 categories of things you have to take note of here. Personal blogging, you have to be consistent in personal blogging. Then small businesses, those who have business, you have a fashion design house, you need to drive traffic. So one of the things you are going to be using is blogging. Blogging is very, very important. It's very, very germane for you. Now, apart from that, what do you see? Features of blogging, of course, you create posts. Please, you'll be creating posts. What I give you as an assignment, you know, and some of you are saying we have not done it. It's not the logo. I'm not that interested in the logo. My interest is in what you are going to write. What you will write carries a lot of weight, and that is what I am most interested in, not necessarily the logo. Now, apart from that, you have to upload or embed pictures. I'll be teaching you this towards the end of the class. How do you add pictures to your site? How do you, you want to add voice? You want to, maybe you did a video or you did a voice note and you want to add it to your page. How do you do all these things? I'm going to be showing you in maybe by the time we're rounding up, by God's will, we're rounding up this blogging class. You know, it's a professional class. So we'll be rounding off next week by the grace of God. Then you are going to configure the appearance and layout. Appearance and layout, that's what we call theme. I've explained that to you. Then you display comments, your posts and comments to visitors. These are filters that you need to understand that the blog is meant for. Now, apart from that, you see that there's need for niche blogging. Now, this is something that I will re-emphasize. I've said this times and again, that if you don't have a niche, you don't have a place in the digital world. You must have a niche, you must create a niche. And that's why by the time I was going through, of course, I know virtually everybody here, except for Prof. You discover that you all have your niches, and you have your niche, and you now have to work more on that area. How do you work more? You work more until you become an authority in your own area, your chosen field. And apart from being an authority, you must be seen as being an authority. Now, there are two different things. You can be an authority, you are known in your locality, but you are not known internationally. Such a person needs digitalization. As I've explained to you, digitalization is a platform for the people to do what? To know you. That's it. It's a platform that will bring out your potential to the people. If you want a platform that will bring out your content to the countries, you are talking of digitalization. So digitalization will help you to reach the world. It breaks the bound for you. And one of the areas is for you to have the niche with which you want to reach the people. If you don't have a niche, to reach them will be very difficult. So you need a niche so that you can reach them. You seriously do need a niche. And apart from that, you see that choosing a blog name site. Now, as a matter of asking question, of course, I'll be showing you the different names, the different types of domain names. I'll be teaching you that today, that you can have, how to choose domain name and the different types we can have. I'll be showing you that in the course of the lecture. But Prof. Ma, I saw something on your blog, and that's why I wanted to confirm if you are aware that your blog ends with .I ahead, that it's not .com, it's not .org. I want to be sure if you are aware, and I want you to tell us why that is the extension of your blog, because there are lessons for everyone to learn. Maybe when we get to extension, and you will be able to hear from you, and we'll be able to learn from that as well. So what I was saying, you have different types. I will show you different types, different extension, different design, and of course you have blogging content. Now, blogging content is what will determine how far your blog will go. Take, for example, someone who is writing, like Sophia, that is writing on bibliotherapy. Bibliotherapy, of course, is a very new field in Nigeria where you use book to heal, and you have PhD in that area. But now that is your content. That content now must be very, very rich. How do I mean? If your niche is not rich, you won't reach the world. Can you get that? If your niche is not rich, your niche being rich is RCH. You reaching the world is REACH. So if your niche is not rich, you won't reach the world. So your niche must be rich. So if you are in that field, when I checked what Prof has done, I've mentioned Sophia being in bibliotherapy. I know Dr. Ms. Babala is an educationist. Dr. Aboyade, of course, you are the librarian of Lautech as at the moment. And of course, that is also your field. You are in the library. And Dr. Taiwo Bunjabi, also a librarian. You understand? So if you look at these areas, these places are your niche. Now, when people come to read, it must be rich so that you can reach the world. If your niche is not rich, if it is poor, if it is weak, if it is empty, it will not reach the world. And that's why I gave you that assignment. The assignment I gave you, maybe some of you were concentrating on the logo, is for you to write the first content about yourself, introducing yourself. What I'm saying is, I want to know what you want to sell. There is no way I can sell you. Of course, I'm a designer. I can design your blog. I can help you do this. I can teach you how to design blog. But when it comes to selling you, it is your product. You have to bring it up. What am I going to sell? Who are you? If you can't tell me who you are, I cannot tell you who you are. That's the truth. And that is why I gave you that assignment. That assignment is not supposed to take time. It's not. The reason why I gave you, I allowed some of our excuses is because logo was added, and some of you do not understand the concept of logo. Maybe you saw it as a serious issue, which is not serious based on the former class you have gone through. So blogging design will lead to our next class, but of course, let's move on. We are still going to have all those things treated briefly today. Now, what are the other aspects we have to look at? Importance of blogging. It gives you a chance to express yourself and share your passions. Of course, that's what I'm doing now. I do write on digitalization. When I check Prof's blog, she writes so much on environmental law. That's her field. And of course, she has proven it. She has proven it. And thank God, I am happy that bringing her to class today, she's someone we can celebrate. She's someone we can celebrate because she has retired as a professor from Obafemi Awolowo University. So if at this time she does not have that presence, if at this time she does not have those things, then she'll be feeling that, with all I have done, so nobody knows, nobody has learned from me. But with what I saw on her blog today, I was excited and I felt, okay, this is a woman to be celebrated, and for us in academics to learn from, and those who are also in life to also learn from. You understand? And it shows me how people have been growing things, especially schools from the West. They've seen the need for this, and that is why you see that they don't just pass through the system without leaving a definite mark. And that is what Prof has done. Express yourself and share your passion. You must always share it, what you believe in, the area of your concentration. Someone who is into fashion design now, like Fatima, you share your passion, you write about it. You are into, you want oneness, you want unity. As a lawyer, you want to promote alternative dispute resolution. That is your area, you will express it. How? By writing. And that's an assignment I'm going to still give you more and more. You must give me your introduction and at least 2 posts. Everybody in this class must have an introduction, which some of you have written it. I'm satisfied with some you have not written at all, some I'm not satisfied. You have to go and augment it. I'm talking to you about that later in the day. Then you must have 2 other posts about your area of passion. That will show us what you are going to publish. And of course, you all are going to publish it before we call it a class. It is until you have done that, I believe I have achieved my purpose to ensure that you know how to blog and you know how to post. Everybody in this class will do it. So I have designed a method of taking you through it, and that's why I'm doing this. Now you have to share your knowledge. Share your knowledge. Of course, that's all you are doing. You make a difference. Prof Ma, I've gone through your post. We still want to hear more from you. We want to read more. Share your knowledge, the legal profession, the things that, the shortcomings in the educational sector in Nigeria. People like you can easily say it. You have been to the West, you school there, you have been here, you worked here, you have seen the differences, and you can tell us, this is where things are lacking. This is where you need to collaborate. And you must be promoted because it's people like you that can give us the way out to some of the challenges being faced in the country. So that will help us, that will make a difference, not only for you, but for everyone that reads your work. And that's why blogging is important. Of course, your writing skills. It's going to be funny that I will teach some of you English, transitive words that will be coming in content management. There are ways to write so that you can be accepted. You don't just write. I read one of your profile, I won't mention the person's name, and I said, oh, this person will have to learn how to rewrite all these things. There are ways to write so that you can be rated by Google. If you don't write following the set down skills, the way Google will rate you, you will be a bit low. And of course, you can make money online. You have said that. I don't want to repeat all those ones here again. Now, what else? How do you start a blog? Of course, you pick a blog name. Now, in picking a blog name, there are some things for me to show you. Choose something descriptive. Now, my own blog name is www.shobaye.com. Sophia is www.sophiaadeyeye.com. Dr. Babalola is www.alirababalola.com. Prof's website is www. I think it's G. Okorodudu, I know you didn't use Margaret. I can't recollect exactly now. That's our own blog site, and you see it shows the name, and that is what is very, very important. It shows the name, and that name is very important. You understand how it works, because if your blog does not show where you belong, then I don't know, we might not be getting you well. So now another thing I explained to you, which I will explain again, is this: it's not compulsory is your name. If what you are doing, take for example, you are into food, maybe kitchen works, maybe you believe in preparing food and food for health, that's what you want to prepare. You want to start teaching people how to cook food, different spices. You can say www.foodforhealth.com. That doesn't show your name. It's descriptive. They know everything they will get from your site has to deal with food, has to deal with kitchen works. Now, if you are a barista and you feel that that's going to be your mini chambers, you can put www.yournamelaw.com, yournamechambers.com. You understand? But by the time you do that, what will be expected from you will be strictly anything that has to do with what? That has to do with law and nothing more. But when it is your name, it shows that everything you know, everything you carry, you will pour out. That's what I've explained to you, that when it is your name, you can choose to write on your profession. You can choose to write on your potential as well. Your profession, maybe you are a medical doctor, you write on it, you write on medical issues, you write on health issues. Then maybe you're also a pastor, then you write as well on the pastoral aspects, spiritual things. And of course, you might be a counselor in the area, you might be a marriage counselor, you might be a life coach, and you begin to write as far as that regard is concerned. All these things are still theoretical. Then we spoke about getting a name. What is your blog going to be about? That will determine your name. The issue of name is so important. So I'm going to be rounding up with it here on this slide and starting with it on the next slide. So, I'm rounding up with, actually, for easy step to starting a blog, you have to choose a blogging platform. Please look at this. You know why I'm not stopping here? Because the other slide still contains something similar. This is the aspect you must understand. Choose a blogging platform. Pick a domain name. Choose a blogging platform, pick a domain name, get a web hosting account, install blogging software, and set up a blog. Then select a blog design and layout. I will need you to write down these 5 things. Write this down, very important. Please write down these 5 points. They are very germane to us, so please write them down. Thank you so much. I'll give you 2 minutes to do the write-up. Thank you. God bless you.